So I'm Fiona Campbell-Howes. I'm Managing Director of Radix Communications. We are a copywriting agency, but we're quite unusual in that we specialise in the enterprise technology industry. I founded the company in 2007, well, right at the end of 2007, so really 2008 was our first year. But back then I was just freelance, so it was essentially just me working from home on client projects. Everything went really well for about 4 or 5 years after that, and we grew to I think around about 7 or 8 people. We were growing every year, the work was coming in, it was great. And then suddenly in 2013, for reasons that I don't really still quite understand, our work kind of fell off a cliff. It was like, 1 month our diaries were full of work and then there was suddenly nothing. So that, even though we recovered from that during 2013, it made 2013 quite a difficult year for us financially. So it was at that point then I thought, none of us have really got very much financial management experience. In fact, none of us really had very much management experience previously. That I think we actually need to get some professional help in to make sure this doesn't happen again. That's when we got in touch, and that's when we started working with Jeremy. So that must have been at the end of 2013. So we've been working with Jeremy now for about 2 years. We're coming up to 2 years. So the way we work with him has changed slightly over those 2 years. At the beginning, as I described, we were having some financial challenges in the business. So it was a bit more intense then. We were seeing him more often, and he was really working with us to understand the entire business and to put some processes in place that we didn't have. And since those processes have been in place, we now have a regular monthly meeting with Jeremy. He comes in once a month to meet with the management team here. We sit down for 2 hours and we just go through what's happening in the business, look at the performance, look at anything coming up and sort of plan accordingly, and anything that needs to be adjusted or changed, we'll talk about then. Our turnover then was 300,000. And then it went up to 400,000 last year, 2014, and then our current projection, because I was just looking at this morning, our current forecast for this year is 580. So that's quite a significant increase and significant growth, and Jeremy's definitely helped us with that. We would never have been able to afford to take on a full-time finance director with the kind of experience that Jeremy's got. But the way that SouthWestfd works, we probably only use about 2 or 3 hours of Jeremy's time a month, and it's just brought us so much value in terms of not just the turnover growth that we've had, but he's also really made us focus on profitability. So he makes us really examine, what are we spending our money on? Could we be spending our money more sensibly and more wisely? Do we really need to invest in that, or should we be doing this instead? And just by getting us to focus on those kinds of things, just paid for himself over and over again. So really see the value in it, and it's definitely something that I would recommend to other small businesses who maybe like us don't have very much financial management experience, or don't have very much even business management experience. Just getting that really experienced external person in to help you focus on the right things is I would just recommend it to anybody.